What's up, YouTube? It's me, Mario here, and welcome back to another live stream. We are indeed live, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club Plus. It's been a good little bit, but we are back, so welcome back to the series. It's time for another episode, and time for something a little different. Learning to trust one another. DDLC, Doki Literature Club Plus, DDLC Plus, Episode 3. Welcome back, guys, to the Literature Club. It may have only been our second day at the Literature Club, but things have already seem to be taking a toll. Between sharing our poems between the four girls, we got caught in a fight between Natsuki and Yuri. With the help of Sayori, things seem to have calmed down for now, but how much crazier, that's supposed to be crazier, I just realized, can things get around here? Either way, today we're taking a step back from the main game of DDLC, and we're starting our first side story as voted by you guys. Trust, as the side story is named. There are some typos I kind of overlooked. Is a pretty important thing when it comes to the people close to you. So how well do Sayori and Monica truly trust one another? Only one way to find out. And the usual stuff. Let me get those typos ironed out. Crazier and named. Alright, we're good. And as always, there is the intro music, which I'm going to let it loop. This will be the last time it's looping. And obviously the links. We got the DDLC page. And we the Steam page. So yeah. I didn't save those changes. God damn it. Let's fix that real quick. But yes, Libby, it is time to go back to the Literature Club. I didn't save those changes. We're good. We're good now. Typos are sorted. Man. Man, it's back. It's gonna be, well, 6 new side stories. Enjoy hours of new content in these tales of friendship and literature, and learn about the origins of the Literature Club. That's what we're starting today. And like I said, our 2 main characters for today, Sayori and Monica. So, and these 2, last episode, it wasn't pretty. Go watch the last episode. But yeah. Anywho, yeah, Steam Paint. But yeah. I'm not gonna go over this too much. I already went over this in the first episode, but yeah. Everything is linked down below. So yeah. Not gonna waste too much time. Just gonna switch things over. 10 likes. I have not needed to raise the like goal for this or Pop Goes yet. I'm sure we'll get to a point where we'll need to raise the like goal, but for now, it's staying the same. I think that text can actually be a little bigger. I had to make it smaller because I think I had more text on screen last time. But there we go. 10 likes, more DDLC. Anyways, let's get going. Let's just log in and get going. But yeah, today we're doing not the main game. Well, we'll be back to the main game next episode. We are going to be enjoying a side story today, which is going to be very interesting. So, yeah. Also, just a fun tidbit about the thumbnail. So this is how it was planned always, but I made a version where I forgot to include the number because I was doing the thumbnails to have numbers in a similar fashion to my Days of the Freddy's 3 revamp series. So there is an alternate version of this thumbnail with no number. And I can just shut it off quickly while Steam's loading, but yeah. There is an alternate episode 3 thumbnail, just no number. I realized after I made it that I didn't include the number, so I had to go back and edit this. But yeah, this is the numberless version. Just thought that'd be a fun tidbit to show off, but yeah. Anywho's, let's just get this show on the road. So yeah, DDLC, Doki Literature Club, it's back. We've been playing for 3 hours, and I did open it today because I did not pick a track for the intro. So I went through the music box, or the music, and picked an intro music for the stream. So yeah, and we have not gotten any new achievements since August 19th. So hopefully I get some new achievements today. But if not, well, you know, there's always something else. But anyways, let's just go. Let's just get this going. Good. So we're gonna get game capture going. Yeah, alternate dimension episode 3, where I forgot the number in the thumbnail. That exists. I shut it off. Anywho's, let's just go. Game capture. Almost said thumbnail. Right. Game capture, go. And literature moment. Welcome, Matt. I do want to explore more of this metaverse desktop shenanigans as well, because I did kind of locate a couple things at the end of episode 2, so I have plenty of places to go with this going forward. But anyways, story time, side story. Let's just log in. Let's just go. Root. And yes, the background that we actually changed to last episode. So yeah, here's the DDLC. I'll open it for once, but we aren't doing this today. We are not doing this today. We're doing side story, but I'm just gonna load it, just to justify everything. And that felt like it took longer than usual for whatever reason. Man. Our last save is the second poem, so next episode we'll be writing another poem. But for now, back to this stuff. So yeah. There's files. We messed around with this briefly the last episode. We haven't got any mail, which is interesting. We have unlocked some pictures. That's why we did change our background. We got some poems in the last episode. We got a CG and just some other stuff, some other unlockables. You know how it is. We unlocked music, and I still don't know what was new and what wasn't. But I went with Play With Me for our intro after going through the tracks. We've done these two for the first two episodes, and I went through track 3 and 4. They didn't really get my, didn't feel like they would have been a good. Personally, at the moment, it's like I might want to use those for later episodes. So I won't Play With Me for thumbnail intro music. I'm getting my words mixed up today. Anyways. Here we go, part of the thumbnail. Side stories. Side stories are stories of friendships that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try and write poems for different characters and view their special scenes in DDLC. As showcased by, well, if we go back to pictures, as showcased by this, we got a Sayori CG for writing a poem for Sayori. So we have unlocked the first side story. So, yeah. Gotta get up for 1 second, so just hold on. Gotta get just 1 second. Okay, just had to take care of something real quick that was in the background. That was kind of just distracting me. Yeah. Anywho, so yes, we're gonna start this in 1 second. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting since, like as it says, it's not connected. It's unrelated to the events of the main game. And like I said, we've gone through like 2 days of the main game, so this is gonna be very interesting. And as we read from the DDLC Plus website, these are the beginnings of the literature club. So we're gonna see where this goes. Anyways, starting Trust Part 1. It even gives you a window to prompt. Yes, I would like to begin the side story. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? I missed debate club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the literature club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. Headlines is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe nobody's into literature enough to pick it over their other club interests. Can't really rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision a vision. But what kind of vision? Monica rested her head on the desk, deep in thought, before she could realize that the recent nights of staying up too late started to catch up to her. It's so quiet, the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Hello? Suddenly a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I never do that. Is this the napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the literature club. This is the literature club. Yay, I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize, I do that all the time. Oh? Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that, this is everybody. Really? Just you? But, we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? Alright, what are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name? Sayori. Oh, okay, Sayori. I've been trying really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I've had a hard time being serious. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too, so I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this isn't like a real club yet. Would you be interested in joining? After I have found a few more members, at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're really doing something amazing, and you should be proud of it, you know? So, let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so, Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Seeing how Chad's doing. Yep, new music. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Good stuff. Monica. That's such a cool name. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling. Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So, what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for this club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you do hugs? I guess so. Suddenly, Sayori pulls Monica into a friendly hug, then let's go. Some people can't just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirit lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to think real hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. And that's it, we're done. Story over. Nah, there's more. We haven't been taken back to the menu yet, so there's more. I was gonna make a joke, but we're still going. A day passes, and the time comes for the Literature Club, Monica and Sayori, to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room, but she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bundling through the door. In her hand, she holds a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late. I'm here. It's okay. Welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? A new poem. Take my hand. Take my hand. Take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footsteps or footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look up, the more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lean to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Right, last episode, I memed around with Sayori's poem, but not Sayori's, Natsuki's poem. But I did kind of go through, I did spend like 5 minutes talking, probably 5 minutes, a few minutes, addressing how, yes, these poems most likely have a deeper meaning. So, just going over this again. I feel like this is a pretty straightforward one, and it's basically about, well, I don't want to say trust, even though trust is in the poem, but this is basically about, I want to say gaining trust, but this is about more like you help someone and then you expect, if you help someone, you expect maybe for them to help you back in return, and so on and so forth. So, yeah. That's my analysis of the poem. Like I said, I think it's pretty straightforward. Like, it's not, I have to like break down this into like a multi-part analysis. This is pretty straightforward. Anyways. Each side story is named after the major theme represented by the dynamic of each character. More focused on just two club members and how they interact, while also adding continuity to all the side stories. Indeed. We'll get there in due time. We're just starting off. Hey, this is really good. You wrote the Sayori? Of course. Wait, no. That's the wrong side of the paper, huh? I wasn't ready to share that just yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the page written. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Kinda awkward. Yeah. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious, do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good at it. I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good at it as you are. Oh, really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I have never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I wrote it, and I'm like, wow, this was so stupid. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me. Dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Aw, you should have more confidence in yourself. You're the your literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to set a good example or whatever. You know, I can't envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write and stuff like that. Yeah. We totally didn't do that last episode. I also figured out how I can hide the text box or thumbnails, which is fun. That makes editing thumbnails a lot easier. Anywho, but yeah. Oh yeah, I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about another person, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people, usually. But you can when you write it, when it's in a poem, right? Yeah, I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. So I'm glad you showed me whatever, well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I love that. Oh geez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? Hold on, guys. I know I forgot something. When was the last stream I forgot to do that? I don't remember. I have not done that since, like... I remember it happening in, like, Security Breach Fury's raids, but that was, like, last year. I forgot to do that. Anywho, back on track. Brainstorming is so hard. It's like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Say, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry, but it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have the chance to give people cupcakes? You know, when they come into the club. What if we said we have free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kind of people, you know? What kind? The people who would come just for the cupcakes and then leave. Nobody would do that. That would be mean. But you know, I would find people. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Let's see the next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't get it. Oh, I think I left out a word. I don't think I get it. There we go. I just left out. I didn't read the thing. Like, go around the school and find people who are reading books, you know? Like, in the morning or during lunch, and we can tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people be reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they're just reading for fun? Well, we could ask them. But then we would be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just putting them on the wall. I'll definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful. I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want you to just say join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if we told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayori, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Haha. You know, like a random person who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. Literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. What the heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Okay, what if I said that? Hey, what if I said that we, like, do group readings and discuss it together? I would probably nap through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but doesn't really sound like fun. It doesn't really sound fun to most people anyways. We really need to catch their interest, you know? This sucks. Why is this so hard? Monica, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you a chance to express yourself. Like expressing yourself in a way you can't normally do. When you're just doing your normal day and talking, you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share them, you know? It's just intimate. Yeah. I'm just butchering words again. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could be like, express yourself, express your true self, be intimate with us. Okay, that's kinda. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, what is it? I forgot all of my things in my classroom. I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rush? You weren't. Never mind. Did you want to go get your stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. Well, I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Loki roasting Sayori. I mean, I'm just reading it out, okay? How else do you want me to read it out? Do you just want me to read it, like, robotic? Like, you know, literature is stupid, you know, monotone, no expression, no energy. Should I just whisper it? Do it? How else am I supposed to read it? I was giving it life. I was giving it character. Sayori just enters the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica slides, staring, and starts jauntily. Wait, am I reading that right? God, whatever. Her thoughts on jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. My brain just did not want to read that word for whatever reason. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Well, that's lame. I mean, I bring funny plush people to life. I give them voices. I give them character. I think I know what I'm doing. Monica! You startled me. Sorry. But it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry, recruiter. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell that she was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. Mona grabs one of her flyers, stands up from her desk. Then the two depart from the classroom. I pressed the button too quickly. Then the two depart from the classroom, which Sayori leads the way. Alright. This way! You don't have to run. So he leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See in there. God. Alright, I can't whisper in a high-pitched voice. So see in there. Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing that. Should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president, and I probably would scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath, then timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom. She didn't even look up from the book. So I just kind of left the flyer there on her desk and walked out. That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? I feel like I'm skipping words. Shall we head back? Yeah, I'm not skipping any words. The two head back to the classroom. Sayori feels rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resume their strategy meeting. They discuss various different kinds of recruitment tactics from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two ended up in a better spot than from where they began. Well, I would say that today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. Can't wait to get some new club members. I wanted to read that a different way. Hey, what's that? Sayori appears to add the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself, join a literature club. Right the way into your heart? That's so cute. I thought it was a little overdramatic, but Sayori pauses to think for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean by that? Or what do you mean? Like, I don't feel like I can tell. I don't know. I feel like I can tell from today, from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head, of how I want things to go, and it's like I just can't accept anything else unless it's that. And I think in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with the club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we we envision it. But I feel like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just afraid of it. Blech. My brain just not want to process words today from that. Or deriving. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's deriving. Deriving from that. The vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses, then shakes her head to herself. She says, I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her fingers against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make a club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course, but I'm here to help. I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of an amazing thing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is a steady whisper of the air conditioner, and the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out through the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home. You're telling me, President. Yeah, just make sure. You're telling me you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori smiles and grabs her things. You can go ahead. I'll need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright. I just want some alone time. In that case, Sayori waves and there we go, that word. It's like I want to say one word, and that's not the word I'm trying to say. Enthusiastically, there we go. At Monica. Good luck. Okay. Why is speaking words hard sometimes? Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the classroom. On the topic of just struggling with words, if you watch the latest update video for Fazbear Investigators, I said a word like 3 words in one word, and it's just like, it was like me saying a word 5 times fast. I almost felt like, and I skipped words because I was distracted by saying, but just going over how bad I can English sometimes. Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins and everything. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion, something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that, because it's the window to the real person inside us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend it. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? Hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as they grow just for me. A life of peace and notorious. No, that's not it. God, whatever. Yank away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Every day, pluck, pluck, pluck. So pretty in my hair. You're gonna die. You're going to die, and you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clenching roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what end? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the field, it's a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy, and that's why I decided I must become the flower. Now, this is a long one, and there's definitely, again, all these poems have meanings. So, obviously, there's a metaphor for plucking the flower out of the ground. There's a metaphor for that. And then all for me, all for joy, needing more joy, needing more happiness, doing it every day, so pretty, repeated lines. You're gonna die, and you're going to die, and you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. Last flower beckons to me, grabs it again. Caressing the final enjoyment in between my fingers, but at what end? And then the field is barren. There is no more joy left. The fruit of my labor, the carnage of my joy, and that's why I've decided to become the flower. It basically has a thing about struggling with happiness, joy, and dread, sadness, and all that. And then with all that gone, they've decided to become the flower, to become the joy, because the flower is representative of joy, happiness. Good stuff, as always. What the? Wait. Say alright. Well. That's the end of Side Story, Part 1, Trust. What a cliffhanger. We unlocked some new stuff. Pictures. Finish Side Story Trust. That should be. We haven't finished it because that was only part 1. So we got new renders of Monica and Sayori, because this is the one that we started off in. That I clicked the wrong one, but yeah. These are the ones that were here from the start, and these are the ones we just unlocked. But yeah. Anything else? More poems. Poem Sayori from the Side Story Trust. And poem from the Side Story Trust, Become the Flower. So 2 new poems. Anything else? Oh. Literature Club, classroom, softly lit by the morning sun. That was from the intro. I think it was a side story. And is that it? Is that all the unlockables? So we got new renders of Sayori and Monica with their respective colored backgrounds. And I'm sure we'll get some for Natsuki and Yuri in due time. We got 2 poems, 2 new Sayori poems. And we got a new room, or just another version, a different style of the classroom. In a different light, different lighting sense. So yeah, interesting unlockables. Ugh, excuse me. We unlock music. I think we unlocked that. My Song, Your Poem is I feel like that's Dear Sun. Dear Sunshine is definitely new. I'm pretty sure. Anyone watching the stream, if you want to go back to the start when I showed this off, you can tell which tracks are new, which ones I had from the start. I had the first 5. I had Poem Panic. I had this one. I had Candy Hearts. Maybe I already had Dear Sunshine. I don't know, but Dusk is new actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Peachy Pie. My Song, Your. I'm pretty sure My Song, Your Poem, Peachy Pie, Dusk might be the new ones that we unlocked. I'll play Peachy Pie for a minute. We also unlocked part 2. 19% data collection. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break. I can get up, refill get something else to drink. And since we've only been streaming for almost an hour, we might be able to get the second half in, and this whole entire episode will just be the side story of Trust. We can probably get the second part in. I think. So yeah, I'm just gonna loop this for a second, and I will be right back. So enjoy the music. I will be right back. I'll even put you on this screen. I'll be right back. Alright, so break over. Sorry for the wait. But yeah, we're back. Sorry for the awkward transition. I just misclicked a couple times. But yeah. Anyway, we're back. And when there's anybody in the chat, welcome. But yeah. I definitely think, I mean, that was what? That took about 45 minutes, I think we can get part 2 done. So, we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue the story. Because why not? We're gonna continue the story. So, here we go. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Already, Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club task. She hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. Upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades to an expression of concern. Monica, is everything all right? Okay. I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make a club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worried about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It's about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, I skip words. So if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica messages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it is also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the need of her friend. I'm so sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah, Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. Need water in between all this reading. I have peppermint too. This is the Literature Club, a place where people can express themselves in a way that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. That, in fact, it's our vision. Write the way into your heart or whatever. You just need to promise me that you'll remember that too. Doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you whenever you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returned to Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do want to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. I just don't expect much. Do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need like some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. So we also hit the hour, so it's in a minute or so. I will have to plug the laptop in as I usually do, so the battery doesn't die. Starting isn't so hard. You're just gonna need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. And then you turn your feelings into a little story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go. It's not like, God, that does not roll off the tongue. That does not roll off the tongue at all. Unless my preview is not live. Building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a college where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up on how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper and starts writing on it. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. Haha, I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out, you idiot, after she writes that down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? I mean, I don't know. Anywho. Oh, of course not. But the point is that... Why did that skip? But the point is that you're not supposed to please your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. Haha, but I was just... Well, yeah. I Underneath the scroll, Monica rewrites, "You idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for, and then I did the exact thing anyways. This is really gonna take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks. I do too. I mean, but also you, of course. And Monica continues to exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly alive, peppered with all her random thoughts. Phew. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. Also, laptop charging time. Laptop plugged in. Continuing story. I can tell how hard you're really trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'll have to try really, really hard at it, but I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. Story beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay, let's do it. Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruiting plans, but their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Alright, warning everybody. Warning, things are gonna get a little dark. So warning, keep an eye out. Things are gonna get, if you are, as the thumbnail suggests, I should not have to put this in the title, but this game is not for kids or those who are easily disturbed. So if you're not comfortable with seeing this stuff take place in a fictional video game, you can I wouldn't say mute the stream, but you can leave and come back. I could put timestamps, but I don't know if I'll come back to that afterwards. But last warning for anyone who is not comfortable with this. But yes, besides there is a different kind of horror, exactly. But still, the warning's there, and yeah, that's the last call, and I'm continuing. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first of the club. With her is a printout of the revised Literature Club flyer, completed with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Right the way into your heart. Surely, common sense would say that one writes a poem for the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered, is the one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to gain some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to her previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be the president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? Literature Club is truly beginning to take form, but with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate Club was always about rigid structure, formulated airtight points and counterpoints, and delivering them with no convictions. It's what about the other side. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely with her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of her pen firmly against the paper, but her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny ink blot collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her fingers across it. As she does, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses the pen down once more, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes. There's the ink, whatever. This is what I got. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. This one it's right there. I feel like I don't need to analyze this one too heavily. It's right there. So, yeah. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here. Hi. Monica heard Sayori approach her desk, then stopped for a second, probably reading the piece of paper on the... I clicked too fast. Reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in an adjacent desk. Bad day? Me too. You too? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard on the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. So he takes out a sheet of paper, takes the sheet of paper off Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. So it glances at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Again, you were warned about this. If you're still here, then you were warned. Sometimes, you can read the rest. If you're still here. Sayori, this is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday, I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to the club in the first place. This is a literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. At those words, Monica steps up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Where Monica's own futile but genuine effects actually the push that Sayori needed. Sayori deliberately breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. She prepares herself to continue. Monica waits in gentle silence. I had this problem where I get really upset when people worry about me, or worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like why waste your energy about me when you can be happy instead? So I never tell anybody about these kind of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everybody to be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wanted to say, but she stopped herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everybody knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like, whenever I'm not smiling, everybody would be worried about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. Letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Yep. Chat's on point with this. Credit the chat. Chat's on point with this. Sayori pauses again her solemn expression, making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this, but another part of me thinks just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about the club, it's supposed to mean I kept feeling that. Whenever we talked about the club, what the club's supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly that the club is only 2 people and it already means this much to me. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection as Sayori's emotions radicate between them. Me too. I was always so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica stepped forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy. If you like that. CG. Wordless and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. New CG. This is our second CG of the run. New CG. Though their connection, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sayori's head. And in this moment, and enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that all of the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I have ever met. You can say anything, I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to say the thing she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless and everybody would be better without me. She suppresses a sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconceivable to everyone. I'm not good at anything, I just feel like everybody just has to put up with me, and I hate it. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutched at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away, and I'm making you put up with me. Again, you can read the rest. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica begins to determine to keep her own. She only wants what Sayori needs right now, so she wouldn't let any sadness show. Her voice came through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. This is just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of confidence, but she knows Sayori said it herself. That the thoughts Sayori are experiencing are ones that don't belong, and Monica can't magically make them go away. I can read. The most she can do to help Sayori's battle them, like any good friend would. You have so much value to me and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really, really mean that. Your coming here was the best thing that could ever happen. Even if we never got any other club members, I would still be happy. That's what brought you here. You brought up a vision, you also brought up happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gentle nod. No more words are needed between them. We'll go back. I'm sure we'll have that. The two share their embrace for a while longer. Monica lets Sayori take as much time as she needs. Once her breath steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sayori lifts her head with her widening eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you needed me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know what? I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you ever considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah, well, of course, it will always be your choice, but if you're looking to find courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired. And hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiled. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Well. To be continued again. I'm gonna catch up with chat. Did they say the name of the song? I was not paying attention. I was reading. Wholesome hugs. Matt being Matt. Good to know. Yeah, I see the shades. Still has some former power. Yes, the Mr. Matt Lore shades. I love the Mr. Matt Lore shades. Those are my favorite shades. Anywho. Oh, yeah. Pictures! We got new stuff. Let's go. More collectibles. A scene from the side story Trust. So yeah, what a pleasant sight. What a pleasant sight. This honestly, I've seen this game. This is my first playthrough on the channel, but the CGs are probably one of the best things about this game. Just the quality, and you know, when you get the CGs, there's always something pretty big going on in the story. I think they're like a pretty big deal. Pretty big part of the game. But yeah, there they are. We finished Trust. Learning to trust one another. Title of this episode. I think I'm gonna temporarily set this as my wallpaper. Because this is just great. Any other? It's just that. I will probably go back to the Natsuki background next episode because it's for the meme until we get something else. But I think this deserves to be the background temporarily. This is such a powerful image. We also got, what did we unlock? Hug energy. Oh, okay, that's why you said they said the title. I was trying to figure out what could they have said that was the title of the song? Hug energy. Is that the only new track? We got quite a few music tracks today. I'm just not sure that's the only one we got. I'm gonna let it play. Hey, we're like 20%. 20% in. Let's go. Only like 80% more to go. But yeah. I think I want to take this time just to address something I'm considering going forward from this point on. I'm thinking, because to unlock the side stories, we need to do certain things, aka writing poems, in the main story. And I think the best way we're gonna do that is by just playing more of the main game. So I'm thinking side story episodes will probably be every couple. Because, like, this was episode 3. Like, let's say it takes 2 episodes to unlock another side story, then episode 6 could be another side story episode. I think every couple of main game episodes, we could hopefully have a side story episode going forward, which I think will be a good pace of doing it. So, yeah. I'm thinking that's my thought process for the series. Because if we can get a new side story, you know, every couple of main game episodes, then, you know, then we can take a break from the main game when things start getting crazy. As the description of this episode said, with calling back to episode 2, yeah, I definitely think side stories are going to be a good breaking point every now and then from the main game when things get crazy. So that's going to be the plan. But, what's next? Well, we still haven't got any mail, but I'm trying to remember where it is. Next episode, if I can remember what folder it was in. It's in one of these folders. Next episode, we're writing a poem. And these poem words might help us, you know, get to that point of unlocking the side story. We're going to try and use these poem words to go back to the main game. Not to cut off the music, but we're gonna hopefully use the words to go back to the main game, write another good poem, and hopefully get another CG so we can unlock another side story. So, next episode, we'll be picking up on this save, and we'll be writing a poem. For which character, you ask? Well, we will figure that out next time. But yes, we will be writing a poem next time, and possibly, just because I think it would also be an extra bonus, I'll probably also start exploring this, because we also found out in episode 2... God, I also gotta find the file we found it out in. In the second episode, we kind of took a peek at this, and we found something out. And I'm trying to remember where we found it out. It's not that. God, there was something. Was it maybe it was backups? Not that. Meeting notes. God, I can't find what we looked at last episode. We looked at something last episode, and it pointed us in a direction. I can't find it now. Was it in... Did I just randomly pick folders? Because we found something in the last episode, and it pointed me into a direction of something. And now I can't find that file for the life of me. God, I'm gonna find it after the stream, and it's gonna annoy me. So I wanna show this off and address it. I don't think it was in poem. Was it in poem words? I don't think it was in poem words. We found something besides poem words that kind of got me excited at the end of episode 2, and I can't find it for the life of me. Alright, basically just go back and watch the last episode. I'm gonna get the music back because I want to continue playing that. Can I get I can't skip it. I gotta start it from the beginning yet. Basically, we will also be looking into hopefully some metaverse stuff, because we found something last episode which kind of hinted at a time, like down here, and 3 specific folders to go into, and there was something, but we couldn't open it. So hopefully next episode we will get to explore that. But yeah. For now, we have actually hit the hour-and-a-half mark, fittingly enough, so we have gone through another episode. And all these episodes have been about the same length, so which is good. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna let the music play, but yeah, that's been our first side story. We made our way through Trust Part 1 and Part 2, and we will have to unlock more side stories by writing poems and viewing special scenes, aka the CGs, and unlocking side stories. So it's gonna be an interesting time. Stay tuned, because this series is only getting started. We are only on episode 3. We still have plenty more to do with the main game. We still have side stories to explore, and a lot more content in store. So if you have enjoyed, do leave a like, comment, subscribe. Everyone's appreciated. Hit the bell to be notified when I come back for another stream on the game. We didn't hit the like goal. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna tab out and check. I don't think we hit the like goal. I don't think we hit the like goal. I'm double checking the studio, but I don't think we hit the like goal. On my preview it says 4. I'm trying to double check with the studio. But yeah, that's been the stream. Hope you have enjoyed. I will be back probably not soon, but hopefully within a week, maybe 2 weeks, I'll be back with another episode. And then we'll get back on with the main game, write a poem, and see what other chaotic events unfold at the Literature Club when I insert myself into the mix, as we were going a meta route where I literally put my real name as the character's name. So yes, we will see how that goes. Four likes. So yeah. We didn't get hit the like goal, but it's been a fun ride. So, till next time, if you have enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, very appreciated. Hit that bell, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you on the flip side. We're carrying out with this music, so how much longer? I think it is. Is it set to? Okay, it is set to loop. We're carrying out with this music. That's no, you ruined the vibe. I misclicked. Okay, we're carrying the stream out with this music. So till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. See you on the flip side, and stay tuned for more DDLC. It's outro time, guys. I'll see you next time.